So I'm Jonathan Roux. I'm one of the two organizers this year with John Hershey, my partner in crime. We're super happy to have SANE for the 11th time this year in Google Cambridge. It's this fantastic, really beautiful venue, brand new. Just opened, I think, a couple months ago. So welcome. I just wanted to first acknowledge our sponsors, Google and MERL. It's fantastic, honestly, to have a 200-person event that's completely free. Of course, it's not free. It costs a lot of money, so we should acknowledge, especially Google, for support all the food that you're going to have today, the location, of course. Everything is sponsored by Google, and MERL will sponsor the after party tonight. So thanks, John, for putting up with me and my always tendency to be too attentive to details. And a special thanks to our volunteer Googlers. The names are on the screen who need to spend some time shepherding everybody. Where are we? Every year I like to show where we are. This is the biggest Massachusetts Boston SANE since it was created. We see a nice increase. Usually Boston is smaller than New York, but this time we're really rivaling. Actually, we had to turn out. We couldn't get everybody in because they registered too late. But you see that there's a huge presence from people from Massachusetts, of course, but also a lot from other parts of the country, notably Pennsylvania, and also New York. A nice split between academia and industry, fairly even. Very strong industry presence from Mass, and a little bit also from New York, and also like a lot of people from academia from Massachusetts and New York. The top shots this year, we get a lot of people from MIT, a huge cohort from Apple just across the street, and Bose is not across the street, so they're making the trek from a bit further away. Kudos to them. And people coming from even further, CMU, University of Rochester, coming from pretty far. So thanks for making the trip. 44 institutions in total this year. How registrations came in. So this chart is getting a bit crowded, I'm sorry. So we have a red, slightly thicker line this year. Basically, so a few people, like the organizers and some speakers started sign up way before we actually announced. We announced very late, end of July, because I really wanted to put out the videos from last year before we actually announced. And then I put out a tweet, which had no effect. And then the news reached Apple, and then we had a huge impulse. And then I put out another tweet after that night that didn't have any effect either. And then apparently the University of Rochester planned a road trip. So we had a huge increase there, and so people from CMU signing up, and then in the end we ended up slightly over capacity. Unfortunately, we had to turn out away people. We have a lot of regulars. We have 111 people for whom it is the first participation, but like a lot of people, almost 100 people, have been at SANE before, maybe 20 or 30 of them more than 4 times. And the top is still undisputed. I mean, John and I now, I think nobody can catch up to us, I guess, at this point. But Kevin is putting a good fighting. And we have a couple new folks in the 7 range who are here. So Scott is here, I think. And Alexei. So 2 new people in the 7 range. All right, so the lineup today, we have two speakers from MIT, 2 from Google, 1 from CMU, 1 from University of Rochester.